Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Empowerful You. I just want to give a quick shout out to Alabama State University for winning the 81st annual Magic City Classic against Alabama A&M. My mom is an alumni of Alabama State, and I've gone to the Classic basically all of my life, and it's something to look forward to. Here in the city of Birmingham, I'm in Birmingham. And every year it seems to get better. But a lot of times I get in a place of nostalgia and, you know, wish for those days when my mom would go scrambling around looking for that perfect outfit to go to the game. You remember when it was a fashion show. But I just wanted to make that quick shout out to Bama State and Go State. But today I want to talk about something that is near and dear to me. I don't know, maybe it's near and dear to you, but it's near and dear to me because this year has been a tough year for me. This year, I've had to find out some hard truths this year. And I had to really and truly go within to help heal the truth that I had learned this year. And I was forced into a reality check. And sometimes we have to be forced into these reality checks, because we get used to things, we get used to people. And, we were always taught in the scripture that love covers a multitude of fault and sin. But a lot of times we just take that for, oh, that's just them, you know. Oh, it's fine. That's just them. When in all actuality, yes, that may be them, but is that good for you? And sometimes we just need to sit down and we need to take inventory of our lives, of our circles, of our jobs, of our dreams. Did we lose, you know, the zest for our dreams? Did we stop fighting for it? Did we lose sight of ourselves? Did we lose the fact of who we really and truly are? Did we lose that somewhere? Well, maybe it's time for a reality check. Now, over time, I've enjoyed tarot card readings and different things like that. But this year, I created my own oracle deck. I'm going to show you parts of it. And they're pretty cards. They look like this. And this is the back. The back looks like that. But these are meant to help you. These have been inspired basically by my own life journey. And as I sat down and created it, because when I was given the idea to create them, I was like, I had no idea where to even start, let alone where was I going to get the artwork from? But it came to me. And it's funny how, you know, um, things just tend to come to you at the right time. Do you see what I'm saying? And we look for things to come in our time, but they're not going to do that. We wish for things, we hope for things, but maybe it's not our time, it's not our season. And a lot of times when we do things out of season, mind you, I am a witness. When you do things out of season, it's going to be messed up. It's not going to go your way. You're going to be frustrated. You may even lose some friends. You may lose some money. You lose your job. Your life may just fall slap apart because you're out of season. But we need a reality check every now and then. And just like with this first card, it talks about reality checks. And I don't know if you can see it, and I shake because of my thyroid disorder, but it's right there. And this card right here is near and dear to me because it talks about what we're going to talk about today. And that's what these are for. If you need a quick message, you need encouragement, um, you need inspiration, you're just down, or you just need a quick answer to a life situation. That's what I made these for. They're not in production yet. This is my prototype deck. And I'm just sort of kind of testing the waters with it before I unleash it on you guys. But back to our subject today. Just like the card says, a lot of times we think more of other people than they think of us. And that's a hurting thing. Excuse me, to find out that, you know, we're a better friend to someone than they are to us, that we care more about other people than they care about us. We care about other things, other people's dreams, and we put ours on the back burner. Maybe it's time for a reality check. What do you think? I think it's time for one. And a lot of times now, don't get me wrong, when these reality checks come, these reality checks did not come to make you bitter, even though it's going to happen for a minute. You're going to be bitter, you're going to be salty, you're going to be mad. And I'm telling you what happened to me. Yes, I was bitter, mad, salty, about ready to cuss somebody out. But yeah, y'all know me. I'm real about all of me. I don't have anything to hide. I always try to stay transparent. And I always try to be myself all the time because that's all I have is myself. So why should I try to be somebody else or do something else that somebody else is doing when I've been appointed to my own dreams? I got enough to do. I tell people all the time, I say it is a hard job to be me. I have to keep myself online 24/7 and not really speak my truth all the time. Because sometimes my truth is like a dart to the heart and it's going to hurt. So I have to choose my words carefully. Sometimes not just say anything at all, just sit there and just hold it in and smile and nod, you know. Yeah, I understand. Okay. Going, I don't understand. But a lot of times we have to be real with ourselves. That's priority. You've got to be real with yourself. You can't lie to yourself. And if you do, you are hurting yourself. That will be detrimental to you. Do you see what I'm saying? That's going to be detrimental to you. So if you're not doing it, you need to start today being real with yourself. This year, I had to learn some hard lessons about who people are, who people are not. You know, had to learn some hard lessons about standing up for myself and what I believe, or as people call it, going against the grain, kicking against the prick, whatever you want to call it. But you should never, ever compromise yourself to make somebody else comfortable. That is a prime no, no. You do not compromise yourself for somebody else. Do you know what you just did? You just devalued yourself. You just said, I'm nobody. I'm just here to serve everybody else. Damn me. I have no life. My life belongs to everyone else. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you really and truly serious? That you are willing to give up The life that you have been given just to serve everybody else? What about you? Did you ever think about yourself? Did you ever think about what you want out of life? This year I'm 59. This year I'll be 60 in January. And I literally broke down and I asked the universe, I'm like, what in the world is really going on? Why? Why now? Why did I have to learn these lessons now? Why not in my younger years? Why couldn't I learn that in my younger years? Because of one time. And a lot of times we learn things right before it's time to move into our next level in our life. Everybody can't go where you're going, darling. Everybody can't go. Everybody's not worthy. And yes, we try to take the people that we love along with us. We try to guard them. We try to keep them from hurt, harm, and danger. Yes, we do. But let's get real about that thing. Have they earned it? Have they earned that place? Have they shown you that they've earned that place? When you were in your hard times, when you were in your place of need, were they there? When you needed somebody to invest in your dream, pat you on the back and say, you did great. I am so proud of you. Were they there? When people were talking about you and lying about you and scandalizing your name, did they just sit back and just, oh, did they chime in? Or did they defend you? This is where we are. We got to get real with some things because the next level is coming and everybody cannot go to your next level. They have not earned the right. They have not proven themselves worthy to go to the next level with you. Yes. What am I telling you? Some people you're going to have to leave them behind. Some people haven't awakened to the level that you're at, and you're going to have to leave them behind. I'm not saying totally cut them off, even though there are some people that, and we need to just leave them alone because they're toxic. They no longer serve us, never did serve us. Yes, not now, never did serve us because they were all about themselves. It was never about us. It was about what we could do, the position we held, the influence that we held. You know, it was never really about you. It was always, don't get it mixed up. It was always about them. And you know how you know? You know how you know? Think about this. We're going to give you a quick quiz. Think about this. People that you consider your friends, how many times do they come visit you a year? Thinking? Got a number? Is your number like mine? 0? How many times do they call you? Or are you always the person that does the reaching out, the calling? I'll wait. When they need something, do you, do you just drop what you're doing and immediately go and assist them? Are you nodding? Do they do that for you? When different events come up, people die or, some type of event that, involves everybody that you know, do they call you and invite you? Are you invited? Do they go places without you? Make up excuses? Oh, you live too far. Oh, I have something to do. But if it's something that they want to do or someplace they want to go, they go without any hesitation, without any thought. So where are you in this equation? Where are you? Where are you in this equation? Is the light coming on for you? Because it did for me. It did for me. Did it hurt me? Yes, it did. But it made me better. It made me more aware of who I thought I treasured. It made me more aware of having to be more careful with my most precious commodity, this girl right here, me. You know, now it's time to be reciprocal. My mom always says love is what love does. Love is an action word. Now it's time to see some action. We've seen so much inaction. We've seen so much inactivity. We've seen so much selfishness on the parts of others and selflessness on our part. Always the one to give, always the one to go, always the one to do, always the one who puts themselves on the back burner, always the one, always the one, always the one to meet the need, always the one, always the one. But then when your cup is empty, who comes to fill your cup? When you need to vent, who's there for you? After somebody has bent your ears almost to excruciating pain, telling you about what's going on in their life. But then when you start talking about yours, oh, they'll talk about it for a fleeting moment or so, but somehow the conversation gets turned back to them. Yeah, you're nodding. Yeah. Let's get real, people. It's not about you to them. It has always been about them. And somewhere along the line, you're going to have to get that way about yourself. You're going to have to get that way about yourself. You're going to have to hold yourself in the highest esteem that they hold themselves. What you think about that? They see themselves as being important. Aren't you important too? Aren't you important? Don't you mean something? Don't your life mean something? Come on. Let's get real. Let's come out of the denial. And guess what? You are not the problem. You know how we get in situations where people want to always make us the heavy, that it's always you. Well, I did this because you, or I said that because you, or this happened because you didn't, or why didn't you? Why did you? It's always you. Again, we're going to get real today. You're not the problem. You aren't the problem. They the problem. Why are they the problem, Gail? They're the problem because they don't want to take responsibility for themselves. They rather just lay blame anywhere they can lay it. You. You're the problem. You're the reason I. You're the reason I don't. You've heard those statements, haven't you? Because I have. These lame excuses. Well, I didn't want to see you like that, or I didn't feel I could handle that, or I just, I just didn't feel right. Or really, really, people, you're not important to them, darling. And the sooner you realize that your circle needs to become real, and all these fake breaking folks, all these grinners and skinners and grinners who don't even think about you, you're an afterthought to them. Out of sight, out of mind. They don't see you, they don't think about you. When you're out of their sight. But then when something comes up, then you can come into their sight, into their hearing, into their mind. You just become visible all the way around you in 3D, live up in living color, 4D. Oh, I can, yeah, yes. Then after the storm subsides, you go back in your box or wherever it is they keep you. You like that? Do you like being that? Do you like being the third wheel, the fourth, the fifth, the 50th? Do you like being that? When is somebody going to make you number one just like you do everybody else? I'll wait. When is somebody going to make you priority? You need to get real with that. You need to be your first priority. You. A lot of times we're so busy doing the thing for everybody else. If I had the money and the time that I have put out for people, that I can retire right now. Right now. I've been in places where I've been on jobs where bosses gave me hell. They didn't even know me. And I'm regular trying to figure it out. What I'm doing wrong, what I'm saying wrong. Because my mouth can get real fly. Um, when provoked, I can get real fly. But when I'm not doing anything, when I'm not bothering you, where are we going back to? We're going right back to that place of I'm not the problem. There's something wrong on the inside of you, of that person. That's something wrong there. And a lot of times, a lot of people that's grinning in your face, they don't like you for real. Whether they be friend, family, co-worker, lover, husband, wife, friend or foe. You might be sleeping with the enemy. You know that. People are undercover jealous of you. They stay around you to see what all, they can get out of the situation. Or they stick around, they say things, do things, hoping that the universe is going to honor their ill thoughts of you, wanting to see you down, wanting to see you broken, wanting to see you broke so they can have something to crow about. Those people in your life who are unwilling to come up to your level, but rather pull you down to theirs. Everything that you've strived for in your life, that you worked hard for, they don't want to see you with it. They don't believe you deserve it. Let's be real about that now. They don't believe you deserve what you have, even though you earned it. You earned it yourself. And do you not know that when you say different things, those are like spells? Oh, she don't need all that. What she got all that for? She don't need all that. What he with her for? What he seeing her? What she seeing him? Why she with him? They don't need that big old house. What they got that big old house for? Hey, number two of them. Oh, she done went out and bought her such and such car. She thinks she's somebody. Those are spells, people. Those are words spoken against you, trying to break you, trying to steal back what you have earned. Those are from your haters. And a lot of us have a lot of haters, known and unknown. Do you know people hate you and don't even know you? They just know your name. Wouldn't know you if you walked up on them, wouldn't know you from a can of paint. All they know is your name and what somebody has said about you. And they hate you. Yeah. Been there, done that too. All that glitters is not gold, people. And everybody smiling in your face is not for you. The sooner you realize that, the better off you will be. And a lot of times we have to go through a purging in our lives. Some people we have to just cut them off because they're not serving a purpose. They're not adding to your life, they're taking away from it. You don't need anything taking away from you. You need things adding into. You've given out enough. So can you please close your hands, close your purse, you know, take your keys, put them back on the credenza, put them back on the kitchen counter, and go somewhere and sit down. You've done enough. Let somebody do for you some. See who the people are really and truly in your life. Let somebody do for you some. You've done for everybody else. Now let somebody serve you and see what happens. See what happens. Let somebody serve you. You start putting the same demands on people that they have put on you. See what happens. See what happens when you start giving people what they've given you. You've always heard about you get what you give. Now start giving back some of the stuff that they given you. See how it works. Because a lot of times when you start speaking your truth, when you start giving people back what they give you, they can't take that. And the first thing they do is they want to lash out and they want to blame. Why are you talking to me like that? Why are you treating me like that? I thought we were better than that. I thought we were better than that. It was fine when you were doing it to me. And now that I've caught on to your game, And now I'm giving you what you give me. Now you got a problem with it. But it was all right when you were doing it to me. You're nodding, right? I know. And a lot of us have to make some hard choices. We're going to make some hard choices. Some people that we've had in our lives, all of our lives, they got to go. Not saying stop talking to them. Some of them we need to. But majority of them, they need to go. You've held on to them long enough and they have served no purpose in your life. They've served no purpose but to just be lip service for you. That's all. Friends and name only. Friends and title only. I don't mean I'm going to do nothing for you, but I'm your friend. When we get together, everybody puts on a good face, they put on a good show. Oh, girl, I ain't seen you. So, oh, well, yeah, we need to do lunch. We need to do this and blah that. And yeah, ha, ha, and ha, 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 ha. Let me put your number in my phone. Yeah, now you call me and give me your number. Yeah. You gonna hear from them? No. Y'all gonna do lunch? No. Because that was a show. These are social practices that we have learned over the years. And a lot of us are so fake and phony. I mean, it's ridiculous. I have people come up to me all the time. Hey girl, how you doing? Oh yeah, I did. I'm knowing good and doggone well you don't like me because I've gotten back your words. I heard what you said about me. Now all of a sudden you think I'm stupid. Really? But that's the thing to do. They're called social graces. Please don't grace me. Be social somewhere else and don't grace me. Thank you. If you don't like me, don't like me. Don't fake, because I'm not. People that I don't like, I don't go running up in their face acting like I'm all right with them. I don't do that. Sometimes I may not even speak. Being real about it. And you're not obligated. You have no obligation to anybody but yourself. Because when you die, you're going to die alone. None of these people are going to go with you when you die. Same as when you were born, you didn't have them then, and you're not going to have them when you die. Somewhere along the line, you're going to have to make a choice to choose yourself. You're going to have to get real with yourself, and you're going to have to learn to choose yourself. You are your most important and most valuable commodity because guess what? There's only one you. There's only one you, and you are unique in the universe. Just like the scripture says, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. There was no mistake when the Creator made you. There was no mistake when the gifts that you possess were put inside you. There is no mistake as to when your timer goes off. And then it is your season, it is your time to come forward. There are no mistakes about you. There are no mistakes. We make mistakes, but there are no mistakes about you. None. So if you're carrying that weight about, you know, you being flawed or not worthy, or, don't do that to yourself. Don't carry that weight. Release that and let somebody else handle that. We've got to move on. We've got to move on. We've got to move up. It's time to move up now. We need to stop self sabotaging ourselves, speaking ill of ourselves. We need to stop that, because when you speak ill of yourself, you set yourself back. Your haters already talking against you. Then you're going to turn around and speak against yourself. That just seals the deal. Well, yep, here we go. We got to be real with ourselves, folks. We have got to be real. It's time for the reality check. And yes, when people do you wrong, they may come and give you some type of fake apology, trying to smooth it over. Do they mean it? Not really. They're apologizing because they got caught. That you wised up and they're caught. And they know now that once being caught, that things are not going to be the same. They can't play the same game and you're not going to feel the same. It's not going to be the same. Whether you accept their apology or not and move on from it is not going to be the same. You're not going to see them the same way you did. It's always going to be something there to remind you, this is what you did, this is what you said, this is how I felt, and you didn't give a damn. I remember how you treated me. I remember what you said to me. I remember when you ghosted me, when you just walked away and knew I needed you. Yeah, that. How do you feel about that? How did that make you feel? And then we did what the scripture says. We got over it. We moved on. We forgave and we forgot. I'm not saying not to forgive, but I'm telling you definitely not forget it. Because it has always been said that those who forget their past, they are doomed to redo it, to relive it, to do it again. Don't you want to come out of that cycle of doing it again? Getting hurt again, forgive. Getting hurt, forgive. Hurt me again, forgive. Somewhere along the line, you're going to have to suck it up. And you're going to have to take notice to that. This person is not going to change. That's them. They're not going to change. And they've shown you over and over and over again. They're not choosing you. You are not their first choice. You're not even their 11th or 50th choice. You don't matter to them. Everything in their life is on their terms, as should it be with you. You don't need to be trying to live your life on somebody else's terms. How does that work? That's like buying a house and then the bank comes in and tells you how to decorate it, who you can't have over, what type of car you can have, what color it's got to be. Oh no, you can't paint your walls that color. Well, this is your house. This is your house. And how can somebody else come in and tell you how to arrange your furniture? What type of blinds to hang up? What type of curtains to hang up? What color your walls can be? when it's your house? This is your house. How can somebody govern your house? How can somebody govern how you live your life in your house? Why do you even allow that? They're not going to let you do it to them. But a lot of times we're so kind, we're so nice. We take these things and we actually internalize these things. We internalize other people's foolishness against ourselves. When a lot of times it's not us. It's reflection and deflection. How they feel about themselves. They push it off on you. Well, if I did feel this way, so should you. Well, if I don't like so and so, neither should you. They're taking your choices too. A lot of times people don't give you a choice. They make up your mind for you. Why have one? If someone is going to always make up your mind for you, then why do you need one? Why? Why do you need a man? But that's how a lot of people want you. They don't want you to think. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to have an opinion. They want you to live by their rules, by their standards, and just go along. Time's out for that. Reality check needs to set in right now. You're your own person. You were given this life. You were given everything you have to survive in this life. Stop giving it away needlessly. Stop giving it away. Or as my daughter's father tells me, you're too nice. Too nice. I remember him telling me that all the time when I was younger. You're just too nice. And so are you. You're just too nice. Pull that back some. Reel that back in. Pull it back some. And let somebody serve you for a change. Pull that back and see if somebody can live up to your standard, even if it's this much. Can somebody live up to your standards? I have some high standards. I have high standards for myself. And I live up to them. And I have caught hell about it too. I've had people tell me, oh, well, that's why you don't have a man in your life because you set your standards too high. Oh, okay. So is that why you have a man because yours aren't as high? And you're going to just settle for anything just to say you have a man in your life? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're telling me? That I need to settle just so I can say I have a man in my life? Are you serious? I've had two ex-husbands who thought they owned me, wanted to fight me, wanted to control my money and my car and just, what? No. Somewhere along the line, I had to choose myself. And the person who you choose to live your life with, they're supposed to love you for you. You're not their property. You're not a child up under them. You're supposed to grow together. Each one of you are supposed to bring something valuable to the table where you can grow together as one. Not one doing this and one doing this, and you earn more money than me, and I'm jealous because you this and this and that, mm, and then yes, sometimes people grow apart. They grow apart because one develops more than the other, one matures more than the other, you know, dreams and different things like that, you know, come about, and it's time to part ways. And that's where we are right now. There's some things in our lives that we need to part ways with: people, habits, careers. There's some things we just need to tell it bye-bye and see it in the rearview mirror, being real about it. But are you up to the challenge of being real? Because being real hurts. There's going to be some hurt and you're going to cause some hurt. But this is all for your betterment. Everybody else has been happy the whole time while you miserable. And whether you know it or not, yes, you were miserable. Yes, you were. Yeah, I wasn't miserable. I did it because I wanted to. Yeah, you did. You did it. We do some crazy things for love because we want people to love us, because we want people around us. We do some crazy things. We give money that we don't have. We go places with people that we know we don't want to go to. We know we're not going to like who's there, but you're being a friend. I'm supporting you. I've been in that situation so many times. Being in places where I know I didn't want to be, with people that I know I did not want to be around, but I was being a friend. So I thought. So I'm just saying today, be real with you. Be real with yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you can't be real with yourself, nobody else is going to do it for you. Suck it up, take the pain, be better, not bitter, and let's get real. Okay? Let's stay empowered. Love you guys. Peace.